students, welcome back. Coming to the next topic, that is the Moore machine. So far you had seen about the Millet machine. Now coming to the another one, that is the Moore machine. The main difference between the Moore machine and the Millet machine is, just recall the Millet machine. There the output is depends upon the present state as well as a present input. But in Moore machine, the output depends on only a present state. Okay, it depends only on the present state, not on the present input. But Millet machine, the output depends on present state as well as the present input. Okay, so a Moore machine can be described by 6 tuples. So just like a Millet machine, it is also described with the 6 tuples, the same definition. A Q is a finite set of states and sigma is a finite set of symbols called input alphabet, and O is a finite set of symbols called output alphabet, and delta is the input transition, and the transition function is Q into sigma is yields to Q only. Okay, the current state into the current state on a particular input alphabet gives the next state. And X is the output transition function, where the transition function, that is the current states, yields to the output. And as usual, Q naught is the initial state from where any input is proceeds in between, means that the Q naught is present in the set of states. Okay, it belongs to the set of the states. So these are the 6 tuples of this Moore machine. So the Moore machine can be described with the 6 tuples, and this it is a finite state machine. Depends upon the output depends on only on the present state. Okay, let's see the example. So here I had taken a table. It's a Moore machine table. Did you observe the difference of the Millet machine and the Moore machine in this table? There in the Moore machine, for the present state, okay, it depends on, for every input there is a separate output, because the Millet machine depends on the present state as well as the present input. But here in the Moore machine, the present state, the output is depends upon the present state only, not the input. Okay, so here the present state on input 0 goes to the B, on input 1 it goes to the C, and both the input 0 and input 1 are producing the output X2. And the present state B, on input 0 it goes to B, on input 1 it goes to D, and those inputs 0 and 1 both are producing the output X1. So here the inputs, whatever the input there is, but it produces an output, the same output for that particular input, for that particular state. For that present state, it produces an output, whatever that input may be. Okay, so see here the state diagram. Here in each state, a state consisting of that present state as well as that output generated by that state. So here the A is the present state generating an output X2, okay, which yields to, so A on 0 goes to B1, A on 1 goes to C, A on 0 goes to B, and A on 1 goes to C. And coming to the B, so this present state produced depends upon the output X1. So this X1, so for whatever the input may be, so on 0, B on 0 goes to B, and B on 1 goes to D. Okay, now coming to the C. C, it's produce the output X2. So whatever the input it may be, that generates an output X2. So C by X2. So C on 0 goes to C itself, and C on 1 goes to D. So this is how you are going to construct the state transition diagram by seeing the table. Okay, so the Moore machine, it's the output depends upon the present state only, whereas Millet machine, the output depends upon the present state as well as the present input. Thank you.